Eager to sign a bill that no other governor in U.S. history has ever signed, a bill that will put the maps in front of the voters. We will be the first state in U.S. history to, in the most democratic way, submit to the people of our state the ability to determine.
When you look at someone like Gavin Newsom, I mean, California is one of the world's largest economies. He is a vanguard. This is someone that's
The governor, Gavin Newsom, who is renowned for his flawless hair and movie star self-assurance, was immediately subjected to Sunny Hostin's scathing critique. Yes, that's Sunny, the one who can make a lighthearted remark into a moment that makes headlines. If anyone believed that Newsom might pass with ease, that notion quickly vanished. This time, his Hollywood charm and polished smile failed to save him, and what transpired was more tumultuous than any confrontation on a reality show.
I actually did think that he was one of the leaders that would come out in terms of 2028. You know, if you are going to be a public servant, you better be unapologetically authentic, because voters can sniff out inauthenticity in a second. And I thought that that was one of the most inauthentic things I have seen Gavin Newsom do. What he did was he showed his pretty white teeth and his cute face and did nothing other than...
Please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe buttons before continuing. This section will only get more fascinating. Imagine this scene. In the world of politics, someone keeps throwing spaghetti at the wall in the hopes that something will stick. Eventually, Sunny puts down her fork, looks up, and points out the obvious mess. At that very moment, she began to pursue Gavin Newsom. It's not always glamorous to point out what everyone else is silently observing, but someone had to speak up. Let's face it, even if podcasts are excellent for informal back and forth, Newsom's message here just didn't get through as he had hoped.
Podcast offers a great platform to have a conversation, but I don't think Governor Newsom hit the right tone on this. Here, the part that bothers me is he's not trying to reach across the aisle to have a conversation or push back. He's trying to be friends.
The Pocahontas thing is just stupid. And by the way, there's such snowflakes on the right. If you say anything about them, they're going to the lawyers in 2 seconds, you know? But he can call people any names he wants.
This is a poor strategy.
This wasn't a casual or fleeting statement. It was a direct challenge to the most picture-perfect leader in California, complete with flawless hair. Newsom has spent years honing an image that conveys lofty goals, the kind that seems unchanging even in everyday situations. However, Sunny went beyond the obvious, highlighting what image consultants want to conceal. There is a genuine distinction between looking prepared and producing outcomes. It was hard to ignore that difference. For once.
Bannon on the show, who's saying, you know, you're going to get to populism. There's a long road. He gives zero pushback there. He gives a platform and normalizes, in my view, an election denier and someone who is the person who is behind Project 20.
Here's the background for anyone asking why Sunny Hostin's voice is so powerful. Unlike online celebrities, Sunny isn't pursuing viral events or playing for attention. As a skilled attorney and former federal prosecutor, she has the ability to transform a straightforward remark into a well-thought-out case that truly sticks. Unlike Newsom, she doesn't seem to care about attention or praise. She has a different goal in mind. She cuts through distractions and returns discussions to the core concepts of accountability, responsibility, and the notion that leadership is about taking ownership of the task rather than hiding behind slick rhetoric.
State of the Union address in California, and he criticized Republicans, and he promoted California as an antidote to the poisonous populism of the right. Now he has a Steve Bannon.
Gavin Newsom boasts a resume that appears perfect for the White House. Mayor, lieutenant governor, governor, and polished slogans like a vintage Napa wine. However, Californians are aware of the tiny print. Living costs are rising faster than a SpaceX rocket, homelessness is on the rise, and wildfires occur annually. He maintains that everything is under control, smiles, and smooths his hair throughout. Great speech, but where's my affordable rent? Is a question that locals can't resist asking. Sunny Hostin didn't hold back when describing how these well-crafted motivational speeches break apart when the situation on the ground is everything from under control.
That here in California is one of accountability, responsibility. We have agency. We're not bystanders. We can shape the future by asking the voters in a transparent and temporary way to make a determination for themselves to change our maps mid-decade in response to what occurred in Texas.
Gavin Newsom's every action indicates that he is vying for the presidency, regardless of how vehemently he rejects it. However, The truth that he is more of a brand than a leader was revealed when Sunny broke through his meticulously crafted facade. No amount of flowery words can make up for the lack of tangible outcomes, and Californians are sick of glossy charm with no substance.
And I thought that that was one of the most inauthentic things I have seen Gavin Newsom do.
Wow.
I'm terribly,
So you don't believe in let them hang themselves there?
No, I'm terribly disappointed. I think you.
There's Joy Behar with the hand.
The moment that stands out, Newsom was dumbfounded. California is perfect. What could he possibly argue? That would be equivalent to referring to a burning house as having a cozy heating system. The reaction to Sunny's criticism was instantaneous. Some applauded, while others hurried to support him. Even after the chaos subsided, one issue persisted. How can Newsom be trusted on the national scene if he can't maintain order in his own state?
I came into that recall campaign still arguing that all politics is local. I still had a romantic notion of that. I intellectualized that a lot of our politics and the discourse was national. I didn't fully appreciate how nationalized our politics have become. In so many ways, that shape-shifted a lot of what we're doing and who I am today. But this last year, these last 6-7 months, this is something altogether different.
Ugh, it's like he's molesting us.
Sunny's pursuit of Newsom was as abrupt, loud, and unavoidable as a fire alarm going off in the middle of a Broadway production. His carefully constructed image, which was based on control and polish, fell apart in an instant. Reporters hurried to assign blame, blaming Washington, the economy, or even Mercury's retrograde motion, but none of it altered the reality. Sunny didn't need to embellish. The quiet spoke it all. The scene was clear. The magician revealed, pulling faulty levers, no longer running the show.
Well, he's completely lost his mind, spending way more time trying to troll Trump on X than cleaning up the disaster he's created in California. Cares way too much about being president. But you know what, Nutty Newsom? I want you to keep doing what you're doing. I'll have more later on this. Do not restore law and order in California. Don't rebuild the areas destroyed by the wildfires in the Pacific Palisades. Don't lower taxes, whatever you do for the people in your state. Keep running huge budget deficits. Keep up with these horrible schools you have in California, spending millions on illegals, things like Medi-Cal. Keep, running tens of billions of dollars.
Sunny's jab was a relief to Americans who were drowning in debt. Honesty is what people seek, not miracles. Sarcasm takes control when that's absent. Sunny gave out needles in addition to popping Gavin's balloon. He went from being a budding celebrity to an overdressed tourist as mockery quickly spread. Hair gel isn't armor after all. He was recast in memes on social media, pitching shampoo, avoiding responsibility, or smiling in front of a wildfire with the phrase, "Everything's fine."
To start this, and the reason he's smart to start it is because he has no muscles, Emily. None. He's a sinewy little weakling when it comes to arguing any of these issues, especially cultural issues, because he, like all liberals, has never had to do it. So now he's trying to get his training, which is smart on his part, and it would be smart on the part of conservatives to say no, because they declined to help him get in shape before the big bout. We're supposed to be helping.
The internet makes snap judgments without pausing to verify facts. Gavin Newsom's well-curated image was severely damaged this time. His refined reformer persona was transformed into something much more commonplace by Sunny's scathing criticism, simply another well-dressed politician. The public was unable to turn away once they had a glimpse of the puppet strings behind the scenes. All of a sudden, those polished speeches and practiced sound bites felt like stage props. In the meantime, Sunny's popularity merely grew in response to Newsom's failure to garner the attention he had hoped for.
Home to roost for Gavin Newsom. He deserves these headlines that he's getting right now. And if people are paying attention, this is the guy that wants to be president.
Jesse, I know you love Gavin's policies. What are your thoughts about this wonderful governor's?
You're very good at math, so see if you can do this in your head. You probably can. If you're making $20 an hour to work at a fast food restaurant.
How would Gavin Newsom fare against opponents whose entire strategy is reputation destruction if he finds it difficult to deal with Sunny Hostin? Presidential politics is about finding solutions to actual issues, not showcasing flawless hair or glossy magazine spreads. Perhaps his meticulously constructed image was never as strong as it appeared. If a single pointed criticism could shake it, what about the sting? It originated from a commentator expressing the annoyances that millions of people were already experiencing, not from a rival on the campaign trail. No manufactured attack advertisement can match the impact of that type of honesty.
Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass have already proven their incompetence and poor leadership during the Los Angeles wildfires. Now, as we experience rampant lawlessness and civil unrest, it's never been more clear they're unable to respond effectively and responsibly during calamity. Whether it's sheer incompetence or outright malevolence, the reality is stark. California's in a state of turmoil, and I ask my fellow Angelenos, why are Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass?
Sunny's jab was successful because it was genuine. Gavin's ambition and charm, coated in oceans of hair gel, might make a yacht float, but they are unable to establish trust. Sunny became an icon of style without substance by using slogans to reveal voters' weariness. Another well-groomed smile is a luxury that Democrats cannot afford. Additionally, Newsom's once bright runway now resembles a dead end. Gavin Newsom went from being a polished progressive to a competitor who looked better than he did after receiving a scathing criticism. How could he possibly survive a full presidential campaign if Sunny Hostin's scathing comments could shake him so much? Sunny's honesty surpasses all of his polish, and his mistakes now sound louder than his well-crafted words. Credibility and trust are more important in modern politics than eye-catching billboards. Sunny also exposed the fragility of Newsom's well-constructed persona at this very moment.